Hi, Cindy. I'm so glad you're able to make a meeting again with me this week. How has it been since I saw you last?
I mean, it's been kind of tough. I feel like as my belly's getting bigger, everyone's just looking at me more and talking about me more. And I don't know if they're trying to make me hear what they're saying, but I can hear when people are talking about me, and it's like they're doing it on purpose.
How does that make you feel?
Embarrassed, I guess, and like just ashamed. But I also don't want to be ashamed of my baby.
Tell me a little bit more about that. When you say you don't want to be ashamed of your baby, have you kind of come to terms with the fact that you are having a baby now?
Well, I feel like it's a blessing from God. And, I wouldn't have gotten pregnant my first time if it wasn't God's will. And I felt the baby kick for the first time. And I'm just starting to feel really connected with the baby. And it doesn't matter if German doesn't want to be a part of it. And it doesn't matter, what other people say, but it still feels horrible to like have people just talking all the time. And I can hear it, like just sitting next to them in the lunchroom and like, I don't even know what to do. And like Gabby doesn't get it, Sebastian doesn't get it. My mom just calls me a slut, and she's the one that raised me religious, and it's like she should think that it's a blessing too.
So I hear you're saying that you're getting a little bit excited about the pregnancy, but you're getting a lot of interference from outside sources, a little bit of judgment. Is that what we would call that?
Yeah, I feel really judged. And even in the church too. I mean, of course I'm not married, but still.
So you mentioned some of the places that you're getting judgment from. Are there any places where you're not feeling judged?
I feel like Gabby's really supportive. She doesn't really get it, but I can talk to her about it, and she'll look at baby clothes with me, which is, more than anyone else will do. So that's been really nice because, my baby will come eventually. I'm going to need baby clothes. I'm going to need those things. And I'm not going to be able to have a baby shower because my mom's so embarrassed. So at least Gabby will look at that stuff with me.
Have you actually asked your mom about a baby shower?
No, because like I feel like every time we ever talk about me being pregnant, it becomes so negative. So I don't want to even like bring it up. If I brought it up, she would probably just say, like, you know, Cindy, why would anyone want to come to a baby shower for an unwed mother? Like I don't think that she would be very supportive. And then we just have to have the conversation again. And then it's not just school that everyone's telling me that I'm a slut. My mom is too. And then it's just everywhere I go, everyone's just like telling me that I'm doing something wrong.
I imagine that feels pretty hurtful, especially coming from someone as important in your world as your mother.
Yeah, it is really hurtful.
Have you ever thought about maybe talking to your mom about some of the judgment that you're feeling from her?
I mean, I've thought about it, and like, I've even mentioned it to Gabby and Sebastian, but I just don't think that she would be open to like having a conversation about it. I think that she would just say that, it's not her judging me, it's me having shamed her and put her in a shameful place as a mother.
One of the things that as women are we find out that when the baby comes, attitudes sometimes change. So don't give up hope on your mom. Maybe she'll really enjoy being a grandma, and there's still hope for your relationship. I don't think that this will be how it ends for you guys, especially it sounds like you really love your mom and you still want to honor her.
I do. Like, I really appreciate that, she's still there for me. She hasn't kicked me out of the house. Like Sebastian was kicked out just, for being gay. So, I mean, my mom definitely could have kicked me out for, being unwed and having premarital sex and then getting pregnant. So, you know, I do feel lucky in that way.
So maybe her not kicking you out shows that she does still love you and still has a place for you in her heart, as cold as her heart might seem at the moment.
Yeah, I feel like that's how I know. Like, even if all she says to me is really negative, like, mean, she's still letting me live there. So I feel like she must love me and like in some way support this baby.
So how far along are you now?
I think like 4 months.
4 months. So, we might in future sessions, maybe rehearse a little bit, practice having a conversation, broaching that topic with your mom and maybe talking to her a little bit about how you feel and trying to get her a little more on your side. You've been going to the doctor. I know that you went and saw the doctor. Have you thought about maybe inviting her to come along and maybe witness the sonogram herself? Actually put some humanity to this baby so it's less of a stigma and becomes more of a grandchild?
I think that's a good idea. I do have my first sonogram coming up, so maybe that would be a good idea. And that's when I'm learning the gender. So
That's an exciting time. I mean, that is really something that kind of brings some joy. So
yeah,
maybe
that
we can role play that a little bit. Would you be comfortable with that?
sounds good.
Okay. Was there anything else that has really been bothering you? I can't do too much about the people at school, but it sounds like you do have a good support system with Gabby and Sebastian, even if they don't quite understand. But I would like to see if we can do some work on your relationship with your mom, because I think as the time to the baby's birth gets closer, it'll really help to have her in your court. And from what I'm hearing you say, she might be hurt right now, but she does still love you.
Yeah, that sounds good. I definitely like, if she's not going to be there when I give birth, like no one will be. So yeah, I think if we could work on that together, that would be awesome.
And maybe some of that judgment will go away. Well, it was so nice to see you again, Cindy. I'm so glad you made some time in your busy schedule to come see me, and we'll meet again next week. All right.
All right. Thank you.